Namaste, everyone, and welcome. Namaste, everyone, and welcome. So, here we are with Anchor Light for what day is this? I think it's Wednesday. Part two. Again, here in the United States, it's Wednesday. The rest of the world already going to Thursday. So, before we start, let's ask for blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahagu Jumeling, we humbly ask for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your compassionate, purifying light. Thank you for your compassionate, purifying light and soothing, healing energy. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. Right. So, one of the teachings of the Buddha, which is quite interesting, you probably saw it earlier. He said, seeker. He talked about the spiritual seeker. Okay. Empty the boat, lighten the load, passion, desire, and hatred, and sail swiftly. Now, when I read this, I was meditating on it. It is quite packed. It sounds like just, okay, seeker, empty your boat, blah, 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 whatever. Actually, it's quite deep, so let's break it down. When it says seeker, all of you are seeker of the truth, right? And so, when you say truth, what is the fundamental truth that everyone looks for? It's very simple. Who am I? What is my purpose in this universe? Right? Because when you say truth, people say, I want to know who God is. I want to know all these things that people want to learn when they seek the truth. But all of that pales in comparison to knowing who is seeking. Think about it. I want the truth. Okay, that's great. Who's asking? Who's looking for it? So when you really distill it all the way down, the fundamental question every soul will go through is, who am I? Who am I? What the heck am I doing here? What's my purpose in life? Blah, 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 and so on and so on. Isn't it? Yeah, when you distill it, that's the most important thing. Somebody say, I want to know God. I want to know this. You first have to figure out who's asking, who wants to know. So that's the seeker. Okay? It's the seeker truth. Next, empty the boat, lighten the load of passion, desire, hatred, and sail swiftly. What the heck is your boat? Of course, it's a metaphor, it's a symbol. When it says empty your boat, it doesn't really mean like, I think you figured this out, not a physical boat, but it's a metaphor, basically your entire consciousness. Your worries, your cares, your concerns, things that are important to you. All these things, when it's weighing down the boat or your consciousness, it says sail swiftly, right? Sail to where? Where are you going? Remember, it starts off with a seeker and ends with sail swiftly. So, to put it in very, very simple terms, you, the spiritual seeker, is looking for the light. That light is the truth. Now, when it comes to light, just to kind of dive a little deeper on this one, when you say light, it could mean one of two things. The context of the great invocation, let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Remember? Light, in that context, means intelligence. That's why you notice a lot of cartoons, when somebody had a good idea, ding, light bulb comes on. So that light bulb, that light comes on, it's like, I have a realization. I have a knowingness. Right? Light bulb turned on. I got enlightened. Like light came into my system. So one explanation of what light is in spiritual teachings, light means intelligence. Okay? Now, the other light, interpretation of light, has to do with your essence. You're not the body, you're not the emotion or the thoughts, you're not anything that has mass. You are pure energy with no mass. And the closest thing we have right now in science is light. So, seeker of the light means you're looking for your true nature. So when you realize, oh, I'm a spiritual being of light, having an earthly experience, that realization is already a certain level of enlightenment. So if you put the whole thing together, the spiritual seeker of the light, or in the truth, empty your boat, get rid of the stuff that weigh you down, so you can take off and reach your destination. That's that. It's very simple. Now, I said simple, not easy. So the seeker part, okay. As we do our affirmation, I'm not the body, not the emotion, not the thoughts, I'm the soul. I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine power. Remember that? We always start with that I am affirmation, as taught to us by my teacher, Grandmaster Chokok Sui. So that takes care of the seeker part. Empty your boat. Okay, this is the part that takes a little bit of work. Okay, listen carefully. This load comprises of all the things we are emotionally, mentally, psychologically, pretty much, and physically attached to. Now, before you say, oh, this is an old teaching, I know that already, or as the Buddha said, the source of all suffering is attachment, so you should not get attached to anything. Okay, that means if you take it without context, you just say, okay, that means no attachments is good. That means all of us have to go live in the middle of nowhere and basically don't have any of our needs met, don't have any connections with anyone, don't have any goals, no aspirations, no purpose, nothing. Translation, you're dead. Okay? It just drives me nuts when people say that, oh yeah, I'm no attachment. Yeah, right. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Pick up my phone. What's the last thing you do before you go to bed? Have your home phone in your hand? You attach. So get rid of it. Oh, but you don't understand. Exactly the point. So listen and listen carefully. That's one of the reasons why I'm so grateful to my teacher, Grandmaster Chokok Sui. He said, the problem is not attachment. It never was attachment. The problem is the inability to detach after you attach. So, for example, my body's thirsty, so I need to get a drink of water. So I attach to this, right? Put it down. I'm done. I keep talking. Now, what if I go like this and don't stop and keep holding on to it? You go, who in the right mind would do that? Maybe it's not something physical. But if all I do every day is I make sure I hold on to this, it's with me 24 hours a day. You go, hey, people don't do crazy things like that. Are you sure? Let's go back to your mobile phone. Is that what you do? When you don't have your phone, oh my God, I have my life on my phone. That's attachment. The key is the ability to attach and detach. Attach, detach. That's why when the messenger talked about it, I'm going, it's like a nuclear explosion in my brain. Like, wow. He just explained something that is so darn complicated in one sentence. So those attachments that we cannot detach is the load, what the Buddha was talking about. You love ice cream. Okay. You love going to church. You love all these. Okay, all that is great. The question is that pretty much an obsession? Anything that is that extreme becomes unwholesome, becomes unregulated desire. Some of you go, oh, but you understand, I love God. Okay? So let's go all the way to the top. I love God. That's good. Hey, nobody's going to say yours is bad. It's how you manifest that in your life. If you say you love God, and all you do is sit in a church and temple and pray all day, don't eat, don't drink, don't take care of your body, and you happen to have a family that you're supporting, and you have a job that you're supposed to show up and do what you're supposed to do, fulfill your responsibilities, and you say, I love God, and you interpret it as sitting in church all day long and never do anything else, that's an attachment, and it's bad. So it's the context of it. Now, I think most of you got that, right? But I think some of you need to hear that part on attachment, detachment. Life is a series of holding and releasing. Holding and releasing. I go watch a movie. Oh man, that was amazing. That is great. When I get out of the movie theater, oh, that was satisfying. It's a good movie. Okay, I detach. Move on with my life. I shared this story with you before. When Lord of the Rings first came out, I remember Grandmaster Hawk Sui, when he was in the United States, every time he teaches class, not every time, most time, just to kind of chill out, say, oh, let's go watch a movie. So I think it was himself and maybe, 10 other students. We all went to the theater, watch a movie, Lord of the Rings. We came out and we talked about, oh, that was a good movie. Yeah, it was amazing. It has magic, it has energy, so on, so on, so on. And one of the students, this lady told me, Master, it's a good movie. I love it. I've seen it 10 times. This is my 10th time. You know what message I said? Ah, you forget, huh? And the student, me included, well, he was just trying to be funny. Then I meditated on it. That's not what he meant. Because he said, oh, you forget, huh? It might sound like a joke, but the point is, you're obsessed. A movie is good. To watch it 10 times, and that lady was on a tight budget. Get the idea? That's a detachment. That's one of the loads that is sinking your boat. So those loads of attachments that are not healthy, okay, let me back up. Even if some quote-unquote attachment is healthy, by being excessive, it becomes unhealthy. Now it becomes something that weighs down your boat. Make sense? So you have to understand everything in context. So everything that we're attached to excessively, and it's not good for us, constitute that load that is sinking the boat, which is slowing down your ability to sail towards enlightenment. Make sense? Now, that's the big stuff. But most of us, I think we've gone to a certain level, unless you have a certain addiction to something or someone, most of us have a certain decent level of ability to release, right? When things don't go your way, you might get pissed off, but after a while you go, time to move on. That's good. Easy. I think, well, not easy. Simple for most of us. However, how about the trivial little things? Somebody not smile at you. I can't believe it. This person, after everything I've done to them, they can't even look at me and smile. They've smiled at you other times, but at that time you met them, they didn't smile at you. You get pissed off and eat you up. Or you go to work and one of your colleagues who's supposed to, I'll just make this up, one of your colleagues who's supposed to give you this report did not give it to you that day. Without even asking why, you got so angry, so much so that you got so pissed off with that, I can't believe this person is this, and you kept on and just keep building on it until it ruined your day. Only to find out later, oh, he was not able to do it because, the boss called him and he couldn't fill out that form for you. Whatever, that part's not important. You see, it's not as much what happened, the attachment that causes suffering is our response to it. Like the lecture I shared with you a few days ago, I think it was a few days ago, of this Lama that talked in Bhutan, he said something interesting. He said, suffering is 10% reality, 90% our response to the situation. Because you have to account for the 10% because life happens. Not everything goes your way. Things might not happen as you planned. You might have some physical pain or you got hurt, whatever. All that is possible, right? That's your 10%. But the other 90% is how we respond to it emotionally and mentally. Somebody insults you. That's the 10%. 90% is a choice we make. We go, oh yeah, you're also a piece of this and son of that and whatever. Get really pissed off, beat them up, and you end up in jail. That 90% is your fault. Now, what if After that 10%, that person screams and yells at you, insults you, you go, very interesting. You observe. This person's really angry and upset. Well, I'm not my body, not my emotional thoughts, so I sure as heck I'm not all this emotional garbage that this person is dumping on me. Interesting. So, what would be an appropriate way to think? Appropriate way to think is, don't let this affect me. What would be the appropriate thing to say? Do I diffuse it? Do I not say anything? The fact that you took the time to observe and decide what thoughts, words, and actions to implement, right then and there, your suffering level plummets. So you can say, hey, anyway, it's not worth it. This person is always angry and upset with every little thing. Why should I waste my consciousness on this person? Or, hey, why should I add into it? And I'll let them calm down, then we'll talk. This goes to in your head, right? So by doing that, what happens? That 90%, instead of pain and anguish, becomes nothing. Like, okay, whatever, move on with my life. Simple as that. I didn't say easy, but simple. The question is, what do you do with that 90%? Because that 90% will determine what you put on your boat, using that metaphor. That's why this, as I said earlier, this teaching of the Buddha is huge. You apply this in your life properly, your life will change radically. Compared to what? What percentage of the population who are suffering every single day by choice? Voluntary choice or involuntary choice? That's it. When some people say, I can't believe it, when he talked to me, I didn't like his tone. It happens, right? So the question is, what do you do with it? Do you keep talking about it for the next 5 days? Talk to everybody, and that person here was not the right tone. Or you go, yeah, I didn't like the way he talked to me. Well, maybe he's going through some stuff. Anyway, whatever. Move on. Or you can say, well, maybe he really had some bad intention. I'll make a note of that. And what should I do about it? Very interesting. Okay, this is what I'll do. Move on. That's it. It is that simple. But most people, no. But I'm so emotional. It affected me. I'm sensitive. You know what I'll say to you? And? You want to continue suffering? The person will say, no, of course not. Well, snap out of it. Move on. You can't move on? Well, you chose your own suffering. Period. Simple as that. I'm not going to babysit you. You know what this silence is for? To hopefully give you that realization. I watch people suffer every day, like, I get over it. I didn't like the way he wrote that email. Okay, you don't like it? Don't keep reading it. Well, I don't like it when people do this to me. Okay, well, don't put yourself in a situation that people do this to you. Or if you can't help it, you work in a place or you have a relationship that person is not nice to you, then number one, do something about it instead of just complaining. And then move on. The secret to being happy is the ability to move on. That boat cannot go anywhere as long as we keep piling more anger, more hatred, more resentment, more worries, more concerns. That boat ain't going anywhere. That's why the Buddha said, seeker, the spiritual seeker, empty your boat. Lighten your load so you can sail to divine oneness, to enlightenment. You cannot experience enlightenment as long as you keep focusing on the crap in your life. Period. And before you complain, you're not the only one having things not go your way. For every person that says their life sucks, I'm sure there's a million people who can say the same thing. And there's probably a few million people who have the same situation or worse and got over it and are now happy. That's it. The spiritual seeker of light and truth, empty your boat. Keep your consciousness clear. Try to realize what is of permanent value in your life and what is of impermanent value. Things that are not that important, let the matter pass. Let things pass. You do it over and over again, there's a certain level of contentment in your life. Things might not be perfect. Things might not always go your way, but you're internally happy. That's it. That's a lesson. Now, we always go back to this. By doing your meditation properly, it's easier to empty your boat. Because as you keep doing your meditation properly, you're constantly emptying out all these thoughts and emotions out of your system. And when you empty out your mind, your emotions, finally some calmness. And you stay on that calmness a little longer, what happens? There's silence. Finally quiet. When things are really quiet and you allow yourself to stay in that space, then there's stillness. So there's no drama in your life. Simple as that. But some people love drama, so they love suffering. It is what it is. Until they realize, okay, I think I have enough of this drama. Drama is good. I watch a lot. I watch drama in the movies, in the theaters and shows. Yeah, but not in my life. I choose not to have this drama in my life. Let the matter pass. Things don't go my way. I figure out a way to get it out of my consciousness. Deal with it, fix it, but not swim in it. Write it down. Tattoo it to your brain. Deal with it, but don't swim in it. Okay? So, that's it. The lesson's pretty simple. That's why I love it. When I read this, what the Lord Buddha taught, I go, man, amazing. So simple. In a short phrase, seeker, empty your boat, lighten the load of passion, desire, and hatred, and sail swiftly. That's your synopsis of your spiritual path. Let's meditate. Be aware of your crown. I am that I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotion or the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine power. I am that, the soul, the spiritual self. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit, the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There is only oneness. Just be still. Now imagine all of us are inside the sun, big bright sun looking out into the solar system. Now repeat after me. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. I'm one with God's presence on earth. I'm one with God's presence in the sun, in the solar system. I'm one with God's presence in the universe. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There's only oneness. Now open your hands in blessing. We will do the great invocation. Imagine the earth in front of you. Let's chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 From the point of light within the mind of God, Let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May God's messenger of love return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth now. So be it. And just be still. Allow the divine blessings of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power flow through us. Fill the earth with these energies of the intelligence, love, and will. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out. May it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore and manifest the divine plan on earth now. So be it. Just be still. As you practice stillness, as the divine energies of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power flow through us, it is emptying out all these lower frequencies, all these negative thoughts, negative emotions that hold us down. Okay? Just weigh on us. Let it flow through you. Let's do it again. The great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May the avatar of love return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. Now, so be it. Just be still. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore and manifest the divine plan on earth now. So be it. Be still. Now for the third great invocation, imagine a brilliant light just floating above your crown. Allow your entire awareness and consciousness to completely be in that brilliant light. Stay there. The rest will be done for you. Just be receptive. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May the avatar of love return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. So be it. From the center, which we call the human race and all the other races, let the plan of love and light work out. May it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore and manifest the divine plan on earth. So be it. Be still. So be it. Let's chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 Now lower your hands. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue connected on the roof of your mouth. Continuously be aware of that brilliant light above your crown. Stay there. Om. Ahum. Om. Ahum. Om. Ahum. Be still. Be aware of the inner peace and inner stillness. Gently, slowly, very gently and slowly come back to your physical body. Gently move your fingers and toes. Raise your hands in blessing again. Just picture the people you love in your life in front of you. Fill them with beautiful golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with much happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. Blessings be to all. Now, be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Send golden energy down to the earth. This helps ground you. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, love, and power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it, and so it is. Okay, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme One, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahaguji Mailing, we thank you for divine light, love, guidance. Thank you for your healing, help, and protection, and wisdom. In full faith, so be it. All right. So I hope you have a better understanding what we meant when the Buddha said, Seeker, empty your boat, lighten the load of passion, desire, hatred, etc., and sail swiftly. So you're the spiritual seeker of the light and truth. lighten your load, like empty out all the trivial things that are not important, excessive attachments, get rid of them so that your boat will be lighter to sail into enlightenment. That's it. Very simple teaching. Now, I know a lot of you have mentioned that you're going through some emotional stuff with loved ones, with friends, and that's one of the reasons why we came up with this too. And I've shared this with you. You've seen it posted already. It's the 4-night event. We just call it God Prana. Discover the key to lasting emotional and physical healing. You see, a lot of people want to be emotionally healed, right? I mean, all of us do. And there are many ways to do it. But once you incorporate prana and energy, which is actually what you did right now, by doing certain meditation, certain frequencies go through your system, disintegrate negative thoughts and emotions, and flush it out. What happens? Things are quiet. You empty your consciousness. You have inner peace. That inner peace, listen carefully, is a manifestation of all these thoughts and emotions being emptied out. The mistake a lot of people make is they want to have more inner peace, so they think they have to put stuff in it. But in reality, inner peace is the result of emptying everything out. That's it. And since a lot of people don't know this, they look for external means to have that inner peace. What do? They smoke stuff, they drink stuff, they shoot stuff. And all that does is spiritually anesthetize you temporarily. That's all it does, just numbs the heck out of you. And then, guess what? After it wears off, the crap is still there. It does not do any cleansing. So, I think some of you have realized that already. In fact, I've had quite a number of people who have gone through those journeys, come back, and they say they need a healing. I said, oh, I thought you went on that thing that supposed to purify. And you go, yeah, it didn't last. You know why? You didn't empty your boat. So, right? So, thank you very much for joining me. Again, we do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday until I'm traveling again. And, by the way, next week, since the event God Prana is 4 nights, we won't have Anchor the Light because I'll be online with you guys who are joining me. All right? And after that, I'll be going to Chicago and then Singapore, then Taiwan. So it'll be about 3 or so weeks where Anchor the Light would be, the schedule would not be regular. Okay, so hopefully you already have signed up for this. It's completely free. The ones who want to have the upgrade to have more interaction with me and the group, that's also available. If not, you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. So we will see you, regardless, this Friday for Anchor the Light. Okay, namaste everyone. You all take care. God bless, and we'll see you soon.